Alright, so I just picked up the 16 speed 13-inch drill press from Harbor Freight. It's 220 RPMs to 3600. I'm just going to do a quick review on it, taking it out of the box and getting it together. I'll make small comments on what I see, and then after I use it for a while, I'm in the middle of a project right now, always got something going, so I'll after I've used it for a while, I'll do another review of it, see how well it stands up the test of time. So let's start. Open this up. It's pretty cost effective also. Out the door was less than $1. I think it was like 10 cents under $300. So not too bad at all considering any kind of mainstream brand would have had you at least double that. So if we got some instructions, then the actual plate right here. Alright, so as you can see here, there's not a whole lot of hardware needed to put this together. It came with 2 little Allen wrenches. I have yet to see what those are actually for. We'll find that out later when we're putting it together. Then you're going to need a 5/8 wrench in order to put these base bolts in. Then we've just got a couple bolts with handles on them here. This one's for raising and lowering the bed on the post. We got the chuck, and then just 3 handles for when you're actually drilling. So let's go over and start putting this all together. Alright, so if you guys can see, I got this mounted onto the base, and then the table itself is going to mount on here, but that's all sideways. So what's going to happen is this little set screw up here to loosen that up, and then just pull this collar up, and this whole little line here, and then this big cast piece will just be able to shift over to, you can put it wherever you want to. I'm going to center it up here. So that's what's going to have to happen if you need to adjust yours after it's mounted onto the base. I'm kind of going above and beyond and taking out these set screws and thrown some anti-seize on those too, just to be extra careful nothing rusts in. Alright, so here it is. My camera died, so I finished assembling it. After the camera was done, where I left off was when I was putting that table on there. You got a little handle down here that I was tightening down to keep it in place. After that, it was just a matter of getting that whole motor head assembly slid onto the shaft, nice and easy. There was one set screw right here. It needed to be tightened up to keep it in place. Got that there, and then it was just mounting or screwing on these 3 handles and putting the chuck on, which the chuck, that's really easy. All you need is like a scrap of piece of wood, put it in the middle of the table. This piece isn't square, but the one I had was. So you just put the piece of wood down, slide the chuck up onto the arbor there, make sure that's completely open. Right now it's closed, so the opposite, these jaws, make sure they're completely up inside there as far as they can go. Then just bring it down right onto the wood and give it a good little shove on there and make sure it's seated properly. But yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of assembly after the camera died. I mean, the whole unit's pretty basic, pretty self-explanatory. Turn this thing on so you guys can see. And there you go. Harbor Freight, $290 something. And the whole assembly honestly probably took 15 minutes maybe. It was really quick. So there you go. And I'll be doing another video on this after I've used it some, and do a kind of a review of what I think of it after I've used it for a few projects. Thanks for watching.